All right. Happy Lonely Friday, everybody. Welcome to the loneliest show on all the internet. Welcome to Sam Roberts Now. Hope everybody's doing great. We weren't with you last week. We had to take a little pause on some of the YouTube action, but got real busy, folks. Got real busy. But we're back here tonight. We are live from the Notsam studio. So make sure that you're subscribed to the page. Make sure that you're hitting like, because we'll have a new episode of Sopranos Prima Volta coming on Sunday. We'll have new clips from this show and the last couple shows going up all week here at youtube.com/Notsam. And now that we're back with another live Sam Roberts Now, you know we couldn't do it alone. Hot Dog's here, everybody. He did it. Hot Dog made it. Hot Dog is here. Welcome.
Always a pilgrimage to get here. I made it.
That's true. But it is a pilgrimage. This Hot Dog is your holy land, is it not?
It is. These four walls, is it four in your basement? Are sacred.
Yeah.
Like six.
Yeah.
Like 6 walls.
6 walls. There's walls throughout, but I like to think of this as really no walls. I feel like there's we penetrate right through. And we go right
through the audience.
Right into the audience. We penetrate the audience every single Friday and some Wednesdays here at Sam Roberts Now. So welcome. Do want to say rest in peace to the legend. We lost, a G, right? If anybody's a G, it's the G in Goodfellas. It's Ray Liotta. Film's Hendry Hill. Ray Liotta passed away. Hot Dog, I do have a bone to pick with you.
What did I do?
We don't know a lot about what happened to Ray Liotta. I know this. I see a picture of Goodfellas. De Niro looks experienced. Joe Pesci looks a little older. Paulie looks very old. Ray Liotta looks very young. Ray Liotta, the first main cast member to die from that poster.
He looks great.
All we know is that he died at 67, and he died in his sleep in the Dominican Republic.
Don't start this thing with me again, Sam. I had to defend my country's honor more than enough times with you.
I'm just saying that it can't not be related, right?
Okay. You think the DR is just out here just killing celebrities, just killing legends. That's what you think.
Where was he? Where was he?
He's having the time of his life. If anything, maybe a calling said, hey, you should go spend the last moments and spend the best time you can in the paradise that is the Dominican Republic. Just don't drink the rum.
Do you think he drank the rum? Do you think that's what happened?
I hope he did not.
The reason you can't drink the rum is that because of the ice and it gives you the shits? Is that's what happens?
It's because I believe they replaced some of the ingredients with poison.
Fentanyl?
Yeah.
Fentanyl-laced rum. It'll get you. I'll tell you what Ray Liotta did. Ray Liotta, I don't know if he figured this out in Goodfellas or if he figured it out before Goodfellas, but at some point in his career, Ray Liotta figured out what his face was going to be. Like what face to make. Because Google image Ray Liotta right now. Every single picture you see, that's the exact facial expression. I don't know how these celebrities do it. Every time somebody picks up a camera to take a picture of me, I start like squirming. I don't know what to do with my face. If I'm smiling, I'm like kind of chuckling, like, they're like, what are you laughing at? And I go, I don't know. If I feel like if I'm like laughing, maybe the smile will come across more naturally. It doesn't. It looks weird, Sam. I don't know what you're doing. But
you try to change it up and then you see the photo afterwards and you go, man, I can't do that one.
And you can see it too. If you look at photos of me, that you can tell the phases. Like there's full generations of like, what's Sam's problem? And I was like, I just thought it would look cooler if I wasn't smiling in photos, but I just look unhappy. And I wasn't trying to look unhappy. So then I started smiling so people could tell. I mean, I'm having the goddamn time of my life more often than not. So why not express that? But Ray figured it out. Ray this was Ray. And then he goes like this. There was a quote from him that at one point in his career, he said he felt like he was being typecast as a villain. Ray, you might have you chose a villainous face. And then, at some point in his life, he started to sculpt his face to stay in that position at all times. Right? So, like, I mean, he picked that face. It's a good face to pick.
Good. It works for everything, actually. So he kind of picked a very evergreen kind of photo for any news story that might happen with him.
Any news
It could be
story,
sad. It could be maybe good news.
Right. It's Ray Liotta.
Yeah.
It's just Ray Liotta. Now you look, it's almost a reflection of your own thoughts, right? Like it's almost a way of whatever you're feeling, you're gonna bounce your feelings off of his face.
Right.
Like in that photo, you're like, oh, it looks like he knew his time was limited. And you're like, no, you're just sad. Oh, okay. All right. That's what it is.
That photo looks like, man, I can't wait to go to DR and have a good time.
Yeah. No, hot dog, you just want to go on vacation. Like, clearly, he just crafted a face that was a reflection of your own desires. It's like a genie's bottle. You know what I mean? It's just like, does it make your dreams come true? No, but you'll see what you want to see. And isn't that the real wish after all?
It is.
Clouding your own reality. Do you have a favorite? I mean, obviously Goodfellas is the favorite Ray Liotta movie. But even as he was getting old, like, he's great in Observe and Report. Did you ever see Observe and Report? It kind of got the old Barry ski, because it was the Seth Rogen Mall Cop movie that came out at the same time as Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Ah, yes.
Right?
Yes.
So you remember it kind of existing, right? Michael Pena was in it.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, nobody went to see it because everybody was like, you going to the Mall Cop movie? Paul Blart? No, I didn't mean Paul Blart, but I guess we could see Paul Blart. And everybody went to see Paul Blart. But he was great in that. He's great in Blow. Did you ever see Blow, the story of George Jung?
No.
Oh, dude, you got to see Blow. You know who plays? Johnny Depp plays his son. Johnny Depp is the star of Blow, and Ray Liotta is Johnny Depp's dad. And it's basically the story of one of the guys who, like, popularized cocaine in the United States.
Ah.
Yeah, it's great. That's why it's called Blow. That's what they sometimes, that's the street vernacular for cocaine. I don't know if you know that.
I'm hip to it.
Oh, you knew that? Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
found out from the movie. Yeah.
From the streets.
Oh, you are? I didn't know. Okay. I didn't know. We don't get that out here.
Pass me the blow, Sam.
Oh, yeah. It sounds like you're from the streets when you say it like that. But yeah, I was real bummed. One of the greatest things ever was, there's an interview that I did with Ray Liotta. I think it's still up here on the YouTube channel, even though I go through fits of time where I want to delete everything I did that wasn't within the last 6 months because I hate all of it and don't like that it exists everywhere. But a lot of stuff does end up getting left up, and I think the Ray Liotta one is still up. It's amazing. He laughs in his Goodfellas laugh like he laughed that way throughout his life, which had to be inconvenient, because if he's laughing at a movie theater, for instance, everybody's going to turn around. Like, if he wants to be anonymous, if he wants to not be Ray Liotta, he's walking around laughing like Ray Liotta from Goodfellas. And then everybody turns around like, who's laughing like Ray Liotta from Holy shit, it's Ray Liotta from Goodfellas. And he can't do anything. He played himself in the B Movie, the animated feature from Jerry Seinfeld.
Ah,
I didn't know that.
Classic.
My kids watch it. I don't know. He was on, but I've seen it. He's good in it. He's good. He plays himself good. It's a kind of a parody, but he does a good job.
Kind of a typecast, as he complained about.
I mean, I guess they could have gotten a Ray Liotta type to play it. They got him because he's the man. So, God bless. Rest in peace. Big ups. The legend, Ray Liotta. Gone too soon, all because of a trip to the Dominican Republic. Rest in peace.
Party hard, bro.
Yeah, the Martes got him. That's what they say. the hot dog family got him. I'm surprised Mary Jean made it out alive, to tell you the truth.
Look, I mean, there's a couple suspects, and I happen to know she might be there. So,
well, then I hope God's on her side, because I'd love to see her again sometime. Hey, speaking of, a couple weeks ago, we were talking about the whole Bobby Lee and the Brendan Schaub thing and all the drama around.
Dicey.
But dicey, all the podcast drama. It feels like it feels like the West Coast drama has kind of settled, right? It feels like the West Coast podcast drama has settled. But, and I know I specifically said, all this podcast drama is ridiculous. We got to get past it. But.
Disagree. But go ahead.
Well, there is podcast drama on the East Coast. Yes. This is serious. This is serious. We've got to address it. Hot Dog, did you see what the former Flagrant 2, now Flagrant boys did this week?
They got a brand new studio.
Look at what Schultz did again. My God. Schultz just decided it's time for podcasts to start broadcasting out of Pat Robertson's TV studio. Doesn't this look like doesn't the set, there's a skylight up? First of all, the most impressive thing about it, and I texted Schultz and told him, the thing that was that's most impressive about this new Flagrant studio is the high ceiling. Like, you know, I hate to, I guess you can't really, here, I'll give you that's the ceiling, bro. Like, I'm ducking down. It's literally, you should have seen Luke Gallows trying to survive in here. It was bad. Ceilings are low. There's vents that hit you around every corner. This studio is designed to literally be this box that you see. Like, you do not want to get beyond this square.
What you see is what you get. There's
That's
no
it.
Curtain.
No, you've seen it. It looks like the hoarder intervention people have to come here. Everything that's outside this square. This square is perfect. But like Schultz's, it's all kinds of space, high ceilings. There's like a skylight in the roof that's like stained glass. It really looks like a church.
Yeah, somehow the biggest flex of his studio isn't even going to be in frame.
I know, but
most
that's
of the time.
That's the flex. That's how you do
That's
it.
the flex.
That's the flex. That's how you do it. I mean, that's the way to do it, you know? I mean, you always hear it on like Rogan's show. Like people go to Rogan's studio and they're like, "Oh, it's so cool. You have like stars in the ceiling." I've never seen him in my life. I watch Rogan all the time. There's no shot of the ceiling, and people always compliment his ceiling. It's incredible. Up here, I do it old school. This ceiling's a horror show. It's terrible. There's wires taped to the roof. It's awful. I thought that's how it was done. I thought this was all like in here, like guys like Schultz, that's why they're successful. A lot of sizzle, but a lot of steak. There's a lot of meat on the bone. Here in the Notsam studio, we're sizzle, baby. There is not an ounce of steak. It's all sizzle.
You have a better studio than Rogan's infamous red studio.
Yeah. This is better than the spaceship for sure. Yeah. This is way better than that one. Yeah, because it's the colors of life. You know, that studio was not the colors of life. Yeah, it's the colors. Yeah, this is a much more comfortable studio than that one for sure. But it literally looks like, you know, like the Pat Robertson like church TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
Where they're sitting on the couch and they're explaining that God hates homosexuals and that's why you need to send him money. You know, doesn't
need a beautiful set?
Yeah, like doesn't it look like? And I swear to God, when they announced this on Flagrant, I thought that like they had rented out a television gospel church TV show set, and they were using it for a bit before they showed their new set, and they were and then they sat down and it was like, no, this is where we're doing the show from now on.
Where do you even find a ceiling like that in New York City?
You build the motherfucker. That's what's so sick. They built it. I'm sure. You got to. Nobody's got ceilings like that. I mean, it's probably a fake skylight. It's not
No, right.
Right, yeah. There's just lamps above it, but still, it looks awesome. I will say, I do like the more traditional mics. I don't like the...
I think the lav mics.
I don't like lav mics. I don't like that we use them when we do like stuff with WWE. I like a handheld mic or a mic stand or something. Yes. Something.
It's a little thing.
Exactly. Something you can really grip onto, right? Hot dog. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, I like that. I don't like lavs. But I don't like them for a lot of stuff. I don't like how like when Barstool does it, they're like, yeah, we use lavs, but it's cool because we let the wires show and everything. It's like, no, just get mics. Just get mics and we'll be good. But here's the controversy, Hot Dog. Even with the new church studio.
Tonight Show.
The Tonight Show studio. And I love, by the way, and you're going to see this, okay? I tweeted something saying we're going to all be catching up with Andrew Schultz again. Because we are. Like, you're going to start seeing a lot of podcasts start coming out and just starting to try to turn their studios into television studios. Not just upgraded podcast studios, but straight up TV studios. You know,
The lavs are going to be the first thing to come in.
100%. Everybody's going to start using lavs, and it's going to suck. It's going to suck. Lavs suck. But people are absolutely going to start using lavs. I mean, I'm the only one left using headphones. Nobody uses stupid over-ear headphones anymore. But I think that everybody's going to start, going like, okay, this is the model. This is what we're all following. It's like when Rogan came out, and then everybody started using like cheap fake wood paneling behind them because they thought it would like look just like, you know how many podcasts have bad wood paneling that they bought from Home Depot?
Yeah.
It's bad. It's bad. They all look the same.
And everyone needed to start talking about the craft.
Yes, exactly. That's what it symbolizes. But here's the controversy. This is big controversy, okay? I drifted into and they've had to address this on their show, and they made a joke out of it, but I don't know if it's a joke, okay? You know what the problem here is?
There's some disrespect going on.
Big disrespect. You're seeing what I'm saying. Big,
oh, yeah.
Big disrespect to a king, okay? Somebody who maybe started as a prince, but I believe is a king, all right? Big disrespect to Akash. I know that you're seeing what I'm seeing, Hot Dog. Big disrespect to Akash.
It is the first thing that you notice.
Big disrespect. It's the boys. It's Schultz and the boys. I love Schultz, okay? Love that guy. However, he is disrespecting King Akash right now.
Yeah.
Big disrespect here, okay? This is like, you know, I mean, like, Hot Dog, let's be honest. If I had like a whole setup here and I was over here and like you were in studio instead of on the big screen, like, okay. If I had another guest on a screen.
Yeah.
And I just did a split screen back here, and you guys both had to share the screen instead of bringing in you would want me to bring in a smaller screen so that you could keep your screen. If I just did like a split screen between three of you all of a sudden, you'd be like, how did I lose the Samtron? How did I lose the not Samtron? Like, what the fuck is this? That's my spot. That's disrespect. You would feel disrespected. You would feel slighted. Yes.
This would be like if during the contract negotiations, somehow you guys agreed, okay, so Jim is going to have his own area, and then Sam, you'll be sitting with Travis and Troy.
Yeah.
Is that cool for you, Sam?
You and Mike Montone and Travis and Troy will sit in this area. We'll line up mics for all of you, and then Jim will sit here. It wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be bad. It would be bad. I do believe Akash is being slighted, and I love that they can't do a podcast anymore because both episodes this week, the comments are flooded by people who feel they're going to make those boys change the set. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm on board with it, okay? Akash.
You got to listen.
And I get it, and Akash knows, okay? This is my theory. Akash knows. Akash knows, you know what? I don't need to upset the apple cart here. I don't need to ruffle any feathers because my people are going to do it for me, right? Like, whatever you want. Yeah, I'm good sitting on the thing. I just got, millions of people watching my Apu comedy special. But sure, no, couch is fine for me. No problem, because he knows.
Fine with me. Let's see what the people think.
He knows the people are going to be on Akash's side. And I think that that's what we're seeing.
I mean, literally the first, I wasn't even reading the comments like that, but like when I first saw that whole setup, I literally took a screenshot and I sent it to my roommates, and I was like, boy, Akash got a demotion.
Akash got the big demotion. You said that to your roommates?
Yeah. I mean, that's the first thing you notice.
You think Akash got demoted?
It's a flagrant, disrespectful.
Because in the old flagrancy, and look, I mean, I know it's like you're making a big deal out of nothing, but if you want to be one of the top podcasts in the game, people are going to be nitpicking. That's what we do. That's what we do now, okay?
It's about optics.
Optics. This is problematic, okay? Because in the old studio, if I'm not mistaken, Hot Dog, you can correct me if I'm wrong, it was a chair for King Andrew Schultz,
Mm-hmm.
It was a chair for Akash. These were our kings.
Yep.
And then there was sometimes a third chair for a guest. And then there was a couch. There was like an area on the side over here for the other fellas. They had an area. And so when you replace the King Akash chair with a couch and you bring the fellas from the area, and that's no disrespect to the fellas, by the way. They just have other responsibilities.
They're great.
They're great. Everybody's great. But you bring the fellas from the area and extend the Akash chair, then what you've done is you have not necessarily upgraded the fellas. You've instead lumped it all into one thing. The King Akash chair and the fellas area now becomes the "You're Not Andrew Schultz" couch.
It becomes the help couch.
I just love the poor Schultz is over here dropping, I mean, big six figures, if not more, on this ridiculously opulent studio. He spent so much money on a studio that he's going to change podcasting as we know it. And he probably thought to himself, yo, when people see this, they're going to be like, you motherfucker, you did it again. Oh my God, I can't believe it. And instead they're like, yo, why'd you have to do a Kosh like that? Like, oh.
Also, like, they're like squished in kind of on the couch.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. It's like, that's like when you get to a party and you're like, you were chilling. And then the third guy shows up and he's like, yo, make some room. And you're like, I can't even put my feet up now. Like, you're going to be touching each other by mistake. Like you can see here, right? You can see they're dangerously close to rubbing legs. And that's not how you don't want to get creative. Look at me. Look how I'm moving, right? Look how I'm getting out there. I'm touching. I'm reaching. I don't want to be rubbing legs with somebody else.
That's a couch made for two guys.
It's basically a love seat. Let's be honest.
Come on, Akash, just squeeze in there.
Squeeze in there, Akash. You're sleight of frame. Don't worry, you get the corner pocket, bro. You get the corner. You don't have to sit in the middle, buddy. You get the corner pocket.
And also, like, Akash is smaller compared to the other two, so he's taking up less space. And it's almost like a dominance thing, right? Like whoever takes the most space is most important now.
Here's the problem, right? Here's the problem with this whole thing, okay? So Akash is smaller, but also, I mean, this is basic videography, okay? Look how the couch is angled. This side of the couch is closer to the camera than this side of the couch. The area that Akash is sitting on the couch is significantly further away than this side of the couch, which means that objects on the far end of the couch are going to appear even smaller. When you're closer to the camera, you appear larger. When you're farther away, you appear smaller. So Akash is somewhere like tucked. I mean, the light's barely hitting him, bro. He's not even getting that skylight.
You might as well be next to the plants.
He might as well be next to the plants.
I mean, Mark looks like the big shot here. This is Mark's couch.
That's Mark's couch. Yeah. Mark's the guy on the couch, and he lets these two sit with him.
Yeah.
And
like Akash has to, like, turn awkwardly if he wants to look at.
Good point. Yeah. That is an awkward turn. Yeah, he's like, nobody sits like that, and plus it's like he's got to turn awkwardly to talk to those two, but now he's not looking at Schultz anymore. Like, and you can see the line here. The line goes straight between Mark and Schultz, right?
Yeah, like Alex could naturally look at everyone
because Alex is in that prime seat closest to the camera.
Exactly.
That's Alex Media, right?
Yeah.
He's good. He got the upgrade. He's like, I went from the area to the Mark couch, but closest to the camera. Yeah.
It's like if all of a sudden, I mean, Sam, you're making the big bucks at Sirius, right?
Everywhere. Big money at Sirius, big money at WWE, big money here.
Big money, Sam.
Yeah,
but
big money all over.
All of a sudden, they're like, the bosses, the people in charge, whoever it may be, goes like, good news, Sam. the salary you got right now is gonna remain the same, but I am gonna bump the staff salary up to yours.
Yeah,
and now everyone's gonna be happy.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not happy, dude. I'm not happy. You just diminished the value. You just changed what that money is worth now.
That's a promotion for them. Nothing's changing with you, Sam.
Well, yeah, that's the problem, because now you're saying that I'm worth a Travis. like, yes, you're saying Travis is worth a Sam. That's very good for Travis. But at the same time, that means that a Sam is worth a Travis, and that can't sit right with a Sam, and it doesn't. It doesn't. I'll tell you right now. Hey, we're bringing Hot Dog in. We're going to pay him what we pay you. I'd be like, well, you better be paying me 3 times as much then. Because Hot Dog is lucky. Lucky. If he's a third of a Sam.
Yeah. I mean, something, I feel like something happened that sounds kind of close to that with me, you know? You might be aware.
No, I don't know.
Maybe someone comes in, someone makes
D-bag.
But, you know, I didn't say any names.
Yeah,
but
look, it fucks your head up. It changes value.
Yeah.
Man, do you think after spending all this money on that studio, they're really going to make, like, Schultz is really going to have to bring in a chair?
They're going to have to, yeah. If it could happen to Rogan, it could happen to Schultz.
Oh.
If Rogan didn't get shitted on for that red studio,
that's
he
true.
Just kept it.
He literally had to rebuild his LA studio in Texas. Yeah. Fuck it. Would you build the same fucking one? Fuck. Build the same studio. Then enough. It's enough. Like he'd be having Rogan's another one. $100 million deal with Spotify. Biggest guest on the planet. You hear who was on Rogan in the red studio? Yeah, I mean, yeah, the studio was red. Yeah, but I mean,
so hard on the eyes.
There's a bigger thing going on here. Yeah,
that's why it's gonna be a bummer for Mark and Alex too, because you know they're gonna go back to the couch and they're gonna go out of frame.
Yeah, does this mean the area's coming back?
Yeah, they have. I mean, they're great, but they need to be on the wide shot.
Yeah,
not the main shot.
Yeah. Oh man.
So it was fun while I
lasted. I mean, it's like that's like your space is the area. Like you're on screen unless we got to show what's going on. Then Hot Dog disappears for a second.
Where am I? Ooh.
What? That's the role, right?
Yeah.
But if Reed is here, and Reed is sharing your space, all of a sudden it's like, what? I've been here for years. Reed just shows up. He gets to do this. Yeah, no, I get it. I just that's why Kevin Undergaro hit me up. He was like, "You think it's time to redo the Notsam studio?" I go, man.
Oh, that's tempting.
It's a red. Literally, I mean, I changed the table, and I don't have the following that Rogan has. I don't even think I even have to tell people that. I think they might already know. But I don't have a Flagrant following. I don't have a Rogan following. I just, I do my little thing over here. But still, when I said I need a new table, to the naked eye, this is almost identical to the old one. Like, people generally don't even notice that there's a new table in here. Because I was like,
I noticed.
You did?
I love it.
See, good for you. Little aesthetic changes, but not much. Not much. You go to all this effort, you put all this work in, you spend all this money. And then people are like, what about the chair, though? And you're like, what about the plants? What about the skylight? What about the fact that it's a television show? We're in 4K. We got lavs on now. We look better than most cable television shows. No, dog, you shouldn't be on the couch, though.
Yeah, you did a couch dirty, man.
People really did. And they weren't even kidding. People were like, no, dude, you can't do this. You can't do this. Oh, I love it.
It's already enough that it changed from the Flagrant 2 to Flagrant. That's enough. That's fine. It's because this is Andrew's baby. But you got to at least pay some respect,
Does Flagrant 2 mean something? I never got it. I'm going to be honest.
It's it's a basketball thing.
That's what, yeah, it was like
a foul.
Oh.
Yeah.
I see. And now they're just using the word flagrant.
Yeah.
Federal agent's mad because I'm flagrant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. No, flagrant's better. I like that they changed the name.
Yeah.
I like that they're evolving. I like that they're going to take they're going to take all of us up with them. I mean, we did have these nice cameras a while ago, but they're going to take all of us up with them. And they're going to get bullied into buying a Kasha chair. It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
The couch is going to be like, oh, man, I thought the couch was great. Well, all right.
I was fine on the couch, but if you guys want to do chair, we'll do chair. That's fine. I will tell you, who is a little less gracefully using technology. And by the way, if you want to be a part of tonight's show, make sure you super chat in before we leave tonight. All super chats, as always, will get acknowledged. They always do here on Sam Roberts Now.
Smash the like.
Smash the like. Someone who's using technology a little bit less gracefully than our pal Andrew Schultz is unfortunately Seth Green. Did you hear the Seth Green story this week, Hot Dog?
I don't even know how. Yes, an NFT got stolen. Well, I don't know how that happens.
Okay, so, and I love bad NFT news.
Yeah.
I can't get enough, especially when it's celebrity involved, bad NFT news. I just think there's something so dirty about what's going on in this NFT industry. But so Seth Green, he owns these NFTs, right? He owns these Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs. That's one of them. The sad monkey with the angel ring over its head, the halo. That's
Harambe?
one. That's not. Shout outs to Harambe, by the way. May he rest in peace.
Dick's out.
Dick's out. Dick's out. 100%. 24/7 actually. But so Seth Green got caught in a phishing scam. He got phished, which is when you inadvertently give sensitive information to somebody with ulterior motives, and then they jack your shit. That's what their choice of the matter is. So like, we don't know the exact specifics of how he did, but in a phishing scam, he gave a portion of his data up, and somebody was able to finagle 4 NFTs out of his NFT collection. And they put them back up on the open market, and they were able to sell it. One of them, somebody paid $200,000 for. It was actually I think it was for this guy right here.
Jesus Christ.
Somebody paid $200,000 for. Which, by the way, Seth, if you need it, I will text you this photo that I have on the screen right now. I'll just send this to you. I'll do that for $700 straight up. If that's appealing to you, if you want to save some cash, that might be the way to go. Now,
and will he have ownership of that photo?
Yeah, sure. Enjoy. Yeah. So that's the problem here, Hot Dog. That with the Bored Ape NFTs, which is like all the rage. These are the ones that like a few months ago we played that dystopian, terrifying clip of Paris Hilton and Jimmy Fallon talking about it. I got one too. Yeah, I think this looks like me. Like, what? What? So the Bored Apes are like the big celebrity craze, and the market's jacked up like crazy on them. Like, this is what goes for big money right now. $200,000, as I just said. When you buy them, and this changes per NFT, but when you buy a Bored Ape in the sort of whatever, the fine print, you do also own the commercial rights to the IP. So you can use these Bored Ape characters that you buy for commercial purposes. For this specifically, that's not an across-the-board NFT bylaw. That's
you
just
make a movie based on your Bored Ape?
You absolutely can. You can do that. You can sell posters. You can do whatever you want. You can commercially use the IP of that Bored Ape. So what Seth Green was doing was he was developing an animated show based on his NFT characters. So he had bought these NFT characters, and he's like, I'm gonna make this animated TV show. And it's going to be great. I'm going to, put voices behind these characters. It's going to be fantastic. He denies this because he's saying that this whole thing is illegal. Unfortunately, the whole point of blockchains, NFTs, cryptocurrency is that governments aren't supposed to be involved in any of it. That's the entire point, that you're taking out that overriding body and putting the power back into the hands of the people. But if the power is in the hands of the people and the people get phished, you're fucked. So Seth Green's project is on hold right now because he thinks that a hacker might have stolen the IP to the character that he was going to use on his show. He tweeted out, he found the guy who bought this NFT from him, and tweeted to him like, yo, let me get that NFT back because it is mine. Don't make me take you to court.
My Bored Ape.
That's my Bored Ape. Don't make me take you to court. As we've talked about, Hot Dog, there ain't a judge in this country who knows fuck all about NFTs. Like that's
you do not want to take any of that to court.
It's gonna be embarrassing because the judge, even if you're right, the judge is gonna be like, "Well, I just found this on Google Images. I don't understand what your problem is." And if the bylaws say the owner of the NFT owns the IP for it and the commercial rights for it, and somebody steals it from you, and then somebody else buys it from the person who stole it from you, then technically, all you have to do is look at the blockchain, right? All you have to do is look at what makes NFTs so great, which is undeniable ownership. And undeniable ownership is now residing with somebody who is not Seth Green, who paid $200,000 for it, which means it's not like, he paid $75 to a hacker, and he's like, okay, Seth, you can have your shit back. I don't care if you're Elon Musk. I don't care how rich you are. If you spend $200,000 on a PDF or a JPEG or whatever it is, you're not just giving that back to Seth Green. At minimum, you're like, all right, Seth, you can have it back at what I paid for it. So Seth's going to be at $200,000 in the hole, at least, unless the guy wants to make a profit, which he probably does, or he wants to hold it, which he might. Unless a judge can somehow declare that this is like when the bank puts money in your account by mistake and you spend it, now you owe that money. Now, that would also imply that the guy bought it knowing it was stolen. Because if you buy something knowing it's stolen, typically, if it's a traditional property, you're on the hook for it, right? Like if you buy a toaster and the toaster is stolen, a judge can take that away from you and you're not getting your money back because you're a fucking asshole for buying stolen property.
What if you did it now?
Exactly.
How does the law work?
I think that's why Seth Green is now tweeting about it, because he's like, bro, I tweeted about it. It's a news story. Now everybody knows. Now nobody else can buy my NFTs that were stolen from me because I gave somebody the password because I thought they were somebody else because they emailed me. Like, it's so...
What do you think they were emailing, trying to fish?
Yeah, I mean, how do you go, like...
Like, one of those questions when you're putting, like, the security questions, like, who was your best friend in middle school?
Yeah.
Hey, Seth, just curious.
Seth, I'm doing a search. It was probably one of those Facebook things where it's like, hey, if you're my real friend, answer these questions. And it's all your security questions.
What is your grandmother's maiden name?
I mean, it would literally be like, I have a $200,000 painting. And I was like, Seth, I don't really know you. Can I keep the painting in my house? I promise I won't move. And he was like, yeah, sure. And then you just move. like, why did you do that? I don't know. He said he wouldn't move. He specifically said he would not move. And then he moved.
Well, I got a question. Why can't Seth just make an animated show with another monkey?
Because it'll look like an asshole. People will know that's not the right monkey, dude. Nobody cares about this show anymore.
Monkey with a t-shirt.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, couldn't you just draw a monkey, get somebody to draw a monkey that looks strikingly similar to a Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT?
There's a lot of monkey drawers out there.
But it's all hype, dude. Everything is hype. It's all predicated on hype, to the point where you're actually creating a show where the reason that viewers care about the characters is based on internet hype. And so if you don't have internet hype, I guess you don't have your show.
NFT show.
Plus, it's embarrassing, too, if he has to, like, change the color of the shirt. And people, like, everybody watching that, it's going to be like a cautionist chair. Everybody watching that is going to be like, he's wearing a red shirt because stupid got fished. Like, you don't want that energy, man.
No, yeah.
Just turn on 2FA, Seth. Turn on 2FA if you're going to be in this, thing, And that's what, like, people who are at risk of getting fished and who don't have 2FA turned on and who get hacked and get their password stolen. Like, this crypto world is not for you. That's why I'm not, I have a little bit of Bitcoin, unfortunately. I wish I didn't. The minute I break even on it, I'm selling it because it's not for me. I'm not for this world is not for me. But I don't see him getting that $200,000 NFT back.
No, that boy got finessed.
He got finessed.
And Seth Green's an old guy. He doesn't seem like it, but he's an old guy.
He's been around for a minute. And I think that there are more people laughing right now than want to see the NFT show. And that sucks for him, not for us.
Sounds awful.
The NFT
Sounds like
show?
An awful premise for a show.
Okay. Okay. So your takeaway is not like, poor Seth, he got his property stolen. Your takeaway is that sounds like a dumb show.
Yeah. My biggest takeaway is why the fuck would you need an NFT to make a show about a monkey?
That's true.
Animated monkey.
The Simpsons are not NFTs, and that show rules. Or at least it did for like the first 12 seasons.
Also, where are people coming up with $200,000 for just shit like this? There's just some money laundering thing going on.
Yeah, that's the other thing is that nobody's going to feel sympathy for you based on this purchase. Like if I got a Rolex, right? And I got my Rolex stolen and I didn't have insurance on the Rolex, I probably wouldn't publicly announce like, oh, I want some sympathy because I got my Rolex stolen. Because most people would be like, hey, Dick, don't spend $10,000 on a watch, you stupid idiot. Right? Like, and I'd go, that's a strong argument. That's a strong one for me to come back on. Next time I'll just collect the insurance and keep my mouth shut.
At least that's $10,000 and it's tangible.
And yeah. And you don't have to explain, what is this? Like, what? I don't.
Like, this is a photo of a Rolex.
Right. Like nobody would like if I go like this is a Rolex. People wouldn't be like, what's the difference between a Rolex and the clock that's on the wall?
No,
you know,
people understand.
People get it. If I went to a judge, I was like, Judge, that guy stole my Rolex. The judge would be like, give it back to him. I'm sending you to jail. If I went, Judge, that guy, he took my token that wasn't fungible. The judge would be like, what? What? What did you just say to me? The hell are you talking about?
Yeah, that's much different. One's a lot more, you can garner more sympathy for one than the other.
Okay. If you don't like the idea of the Seth Green premise, tell me what you think of this. Found out this week. There is a new movie in the works. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
I love it.
Have you heard?
I heard.
Oh, Winnie the Pooh. So, and this is why traditional ways of doing business are still good. A little thing called public domain. I love public domain. For some reason, unbeknownst to me, way long ago, people decided that you can only keep trademarks and copyrights and all that stuff for a finite amount of time. So eventually, that stuff ends. And if you're able to maintain your brand, eventually that brand will enter into the public domain. And hot dog, we have entered into a time on this planet where Winnie the Pooh is in the public domain. That means that there are no rights. Anybody who wants to can do a Winnie the Pooh movie. Anyone. Now you can still own the copyrights to a book. I couldn't like take a Winnie the Pooh book and just do a movie of that book because somebody else owns the book and that's more complicated.
Yeah,
but
the product. You can't do the product, yeah.
Right. But the IP itself, the characters, the whole thing is now for all of us. We're all allowed access to do whatever we want with Winnie the Pooh. And angel from heaven has decided to make an independent horror film called Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. We don't have a release date and we don't have a trailer. All we have are these stills. And it looks like it's going to rank in the top movies that I've ever seen in my life. Ever. Oh, hello, Christopher Robin. I hope you're ready to die tonight. It's really, really creepy looking. They're wearing now. I don't know if the premise is that these are killers that are dressed up as characters from Winnie the Pooh, or if they're just going to be like, no, that's a yellow honey bear in a flannel. Like that's 100% Winnie the Pooh. Either way, it looks terrifying. So that's Pooh. We haven't seen all the characters. I don't think we've seen Eeyore. Did you see all the pictures, Hot Dog?
I saw Piglet.
You saw Piglet?
Yeah.
Oh, Piglet looks so scary. Look, and it looks like it's perfect, like stereotypical horror. This is exactly what I'm looking for. A busty, attractive woman sitting there, relaxing in the hot tub after a long day of work, having a glass of Chardonnay, probably on an autumn night. Maybe where does Winnie the Pooh live? What acre woods? The 100-acre woods? Where does Winnie the Pooh live, Hot Dog? Do we know?
Let me look that up.
Look that up, because that's Piglet.
Yeah, 100-acre wood.
100-acre woods. Maybe right outside the 100-acre woods. This girl is sitting there. Wouldn't it be great if they turned the 100-acre woods into the new Camp Crystal Lake? And look at that.
And no wink and nods.
No.
Just straight horror.
Straight horror. Piglet is going to slit her throat. Look at the tusks coming out of Piglet's face. Oh, I can't wait. Look how scary and foreboding, brooding, massive Winnie the Pooh is. Just hulking behind Piglet as they get ready to destroy their next victim. No horror comedy. No horror comedy. Straight up horror, 100-acre woods. We're destroying everybody. I mean, look at that. It looks perfect. It looks perfect. The visuals, it's got me so excited, dude. It's got me so pumped.
I got some news for you. If
Yeah.
you think this is good,
Yeah.
guess what character becomes a public domain in January 1st, 2024?
What character?
Mickey Mouse.
Oh my God. Hot Dog, make the plans right now. 2024, me and you, we're going to get co-producer credits. We're making Mickey Mouse porn.
We got to start on it now.
Mickey Mouse porn, we're going to be first to market. Oh, I can't wait. Mickey Mouse horror, we're going to be able, oh my God. Do you know what I'm going to start writing right now? This is the Notsam Films presents Mickey Mouse versus Winnie the Pooh. Fight to the death. You wouldn't go see that? Mickey Mouse versus Winnie the Pooh. That you what would you rather see? Godzilla versus King Kong or Mickey Mouse versus Winnie the Pooh?
I want to see that, and I want to see that in the style of Jason, Freddy versus
Jason. I mean, the final scene. Mickey Mouse is carrying Winnie the Pooh's severed head through a lake. Winnie the Pooh just winks at the camera on the way out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's do all of it. So Mickey Mouse is 2024, huh?
2024. Yeah, I think this person might have just created a whole thing, because now I'm just gonna be looking at, okay, what's coming up next year?
I know, he destroyed
What's
everything.
next year?
Whoever did this, whatever brilliant mind did this, just destroyed all of our traditions. Everything that we've ever held dear is done for after this one.
Just be happy that some of the things from like the before we get too old and die won't be destroyed. 1960s, 1970s. This is
Right.
1920s right now.
Ghostbusters.
1930s.
It's gonna be a long time before Ghostbusters is in the public domain.
Right.
But Donald Duck, he's on his way. He's coming next.
Yeah.
I think Thor is in the public domain, isn't it?
You can look that up.
I think Thor is in the public domain.
Because no, I mean, it would have to be something that's 100 years old, right? Because
is that how long it is? 100?
Yeah, because it says Mickey Mouse as depicted in his 1928 short. So around there.
Let me tell you something right now. Steamboat Willie is getting drowned. It's over, Walt. I'm sorry. Walt. I know you didn't envision this. Walt Disney was such a control freak. He literally wanted to create his own government. Do you know the type of fright he would have if he realized that his ultimate creation, the symbol of everything that he's ever been, was about to enter the public domain?
South Park doesn't even have to pretend that it's not Mickey Mouse anymore.
They just have Mickey Mouse on. Oh, I can't wait. Dude, and this is going to be, this is going to be a very historical thing. This is going to be a landmark piece, I think. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. It's basically what it is. They've said it's a retelling of Winnie the Pooh. Like, it's the Winnie the Pooh story, but it's told this way. Don't you hope they make like 10 Winnie the Pooh horror movies? Like, this is a franchise.
Yeah. And it becomes the point where like little kids don't know any better, and they go like, they hear Winnie the Pooh and they be like, oh, like the horror movie?
Oh, that's going to be tough. That's going to be tough. Confused parents out there trying to figure out like, oh, we're just on Prime searching through movies. Oh, there's a Winnie the Pooh movie. Oh, it's a live action one. Maybe this is one for the whole family. Oh, I bet this is one of those movies where, yeah, it's for the kids, but there's a little something adults can laugh at too. Kee, 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 kee. Oh, you're dead now. Welcome to the forest.
So apparently there are some limitations, not much.
Okay.
There are some.
Hit me with the limitations.
So Winnie the Pooh can be used in any way except he cannot have his signature red sweater.
That's why he's got the flannel on. Now, does he have to? Yes. Can he wear it with no pants? Because Winnie the Pooh, honestly, he's less known for the fact that his shirt is red and more for the fact that he has no pants on. A lot of people, when they have a T-shirt that only goes to the waist and they're going balls out below, that's called Winnie the Pooh in it.
Is it? I did not know that.
Yes. And then, you have a girl over and she's like, I can see your private area. What are you doing? And you're like, I'm Winnie the Pooh in it, babe. Come on, relax. Yeah.
That's cute.
That's a thing. Yeah. Especially if you got a little pot belly, it makes it even cuter.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it doesn't say anything here about the pants being mandatory or not.
Okay, good. So let's go no pants.
Just a red sweater.
Let's go no pants. Okay, so no red sweater. Anything else?
That's it. That's all I see.
Oh, shit. We just have to put a different shirt on him?
Yeah,
we can go I know you thought this was a forest of dreams, but it's a forest of nightmares.
I hope they have like a little Easter egg where like they open Winnie the Pooh's closet and it has a bunch of red sweaters and he goes, no, not today.
Can't wear those. These sweaters started white. They're soaked in your blood.
Oh, they might do that.
Yep.
They could do that.
Yep.
They could have a white sweater.
He's wearing a white.
Go on a kill spree.
Yep, he's having a white T-shirt. It's just stained in blood. You can kind of tell it's still white, but yeah, there's your Easter egg. There's your Easter egg. Oh, I can't wait. He's gonna take a pot of honey and just smash it over some asshole's head. He's gonna do that. Pooh, are you in the honey pot again? Smash! Never come into the 100-acre woods.
Now, I don't know about Mickey Mouse porn yet because I feel like we need to wait on Minnie Mouse, and I don't know what year Minnie Mouse becomes.
Good call. Yeah, and you wonder, like, with Pooh, so Piglet is obviously coming up around the same time, but I guess we'll have to go into that original Pooh text and figure out what characters, like, was Eeyore part of the original? Like, we got to know who was in the original, because if it came a few years later, then they probably won't. Those ones probably are not public domain yet.
Right, exactly. It has to be the original publication.
I hope he kills Christopher Robin, don't you? I hope I hope that's how it all starts. Christopher Robin wandering into the 100-acre woods and just getting slaughtered, gutted like a fish.
See, I got another one, another biggie, not Disney, but because now I'm very, very curious.
Yeah.
2023 Superman becomes public domain.
Oh, that's gonna be great. Do you know how many shitty Superman movies are gonna get made?
So many YouTube originals.
Oh, they're gonna be awesome. I wonder if that means you can make Superman like shirts, or I'll bet the logo is still gonna be trademarked.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I would maybe it's just the character as originally portrayed in 1938.
Oh, I can't wait. And by the way, since Winnie the Pooh was the first, he gets precedence over all of it. I'm going to have Winnie the Pooh kill Mickey Mouse. Then Winnie the Pooh's going to kill Superman. Everybody that comes up is going into the 100-acre forest. And they're all going to get slaughtered by Winnie the Pooh.
Like a crossover, like it's a Mickey Mouse movie, but then he slows, like you see the backdrop and it's, oh my God, is that the forest?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It's called the royalty-free universe. And I'm the king of it. Yeah. Yeah. I can't wait till like wrestlers start becoming public domain, like Hulk Hogan and The Undertaker, and they all start becoming public domain.
Or you could just have a wrestler that's called Superman now.
Dude, they should just have Winnie the Pooh go to WWE.
It's great.
Some people are upset about it. Some people are like, oh, it's disrupting the legacy. Sorry, dude. You are a dork, and you're going to have to deal with it. I'm so excited to see it. Oh, man. Well, look. We got a new Stranger Things. Maybe we can talk about the new Stranger Things next week. There's a couple of things to talk about next week. But before we get to next week or Wednesday or whenever we do the next show, subscribe to the channel to make sure you get that show. And send in those Super Chats. Send in Super Chats if you want your contribution to the show to get acknowledged. Send in a Super Chat. Every Super Chat will get acknowledged here on Sam Roberts Now tonight. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn the alerts on, and hit like on this video if you haven't already. Here is Negan says, did you get my message on Cameo? Well, since you super chatted in and cameoed in, let me check my Cameo page and see if I can find that message. By the way, cameo.com/notsam, I think, is the thing. If you want to get a little Cameo ski. Let's see. Okay. He's asking about the Drunken Peasants podcast again. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, sure. Kevin Lumford. I'm 42% sure being in the chat tonight that this is what attending an open mic night at a bus stop around 3 a.m. feels like. Why would they have an open? I don't know. Maybe the chat is not popping tonight. But also, I'm not sure that reference is dead on. I don't know why anybody would schedule an open mic night for a bus stop at 3 a.m.
No,
it's
odd.
Bryce Holt, is E-Rock still a dinosaur? Marching. E-Rock is a dinosaur. Yeah. Why do you think he's fat? Which that wasn't a shot. That's the lyric in the song. Joe Compton, how are you managing to pull a Rick Rude? You are live here, and your episode of Oral Sessions with Renee Young is premiering at the same time. Well, first of all, I think it's called The Sessions now. I think Renee finally thought better of calling her show Oral Sessions and realized, like, it's enough. Like, you can't just do a podcast that's a blowjob joke. Like, you could do an episode that's a blowjob joke, but you can't just name your podcast a blowjob. So I think probably Colin Cowherd pulled her aside, and he's like, you can't. The show can't just be a blowjob joke. So I think it's just The Sessions now. And yeah, Hot Dog alerted me of that just as the show was starting, and I had no idea. But as we're winding down tonight, head on over to Renee Paquette's YouTube channel, and you can watch my appearance this week on her podcast, The Session. She is an incredible interviewer. I mean, what a pro.
Still going live.
It's still on?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then I'll try to wrap up these super chats so you can catch the end live and jump in the chat over there. How many people are watching?
We got 63 on hers, 178 on ours.
I think that counts. Both of those count for this guy, huh?
It does. Yes, definitely.
The draw, baby. The draw. Six Crow. Appreciate you, dude. Grim Reaper. He says, spoiler alert, Christopher Robin is the mastermind. I want, like, Eeyore to be the mastermind or something like that. I want it to be somebody from the non-human realm. Michael Gonzalez. Sammy, thanks for keeping me awake. on my way to a solo camping trip. That's terrifying. I hope it's not in the 100-acre woods.
Mm-hmm.
There is a murderous cartoon yellow bear out there. Are you worried about the morning show war that the Puerto Rican rattlesnake wants to start? Never change. Well, I'll tell you that the answer is no, based on the fact that this is the first I'm hearing about it.
I haven't heard about it.
So, okay, all right. But I'm down. Let's go. Kevin Lumford, the Pooh movie looks like a Full Moon Studios movie of Puppet Master fame. It really does. I know exactly what you're talking about with Full Moon Studios. It really does look like that. Matt Guglielmo, Sammy Tooth Muffins. I don't know what that means. Would you rather produce a Mickey Mouse Winnie the Pooh porno or NFT Bored Ape porno? Love the Jim and Sam podcast. There is no podcast, and a lot of phone calls were being bandied about yesterday on that very topic.
It's coming.
Yeah, so am I. I gotta go. Well, it would be great. I would buy a Bored Ape NFT and put him into the 100-acre woods just to have Winnie the Pooh slaughter him. I think that would be cool. That would be a good use of my time. All right, guys. I appreciate you all hanging out. Don't forget, like, subscribe, do the whole thing. Head over to Renee's channel and watch my appearance on her podcast, The Sessions. It was a great interview, and we'll see you soon. Have a good one, everybody. And I'm going to cheers with you later.